For God's sake, you must always have a safety meeting, my friend.
Glad to be back around the table, gentlemen. The coffee table.
Yeah,
The coffee table.
it's a pretty nice table.
Yeah, it
Who
absolutely
picked
is.
it out? All right, cool. Good stuff.
Selena did.
Anyways, loser.
Yeah.
You can leave.
Boys, what do we want to pick today? Which bourbon are we pulling off the shelf?
My eye has been drawn to this rare, Eagle Rare. Eagle or Eagles?
Oh,
Rare?
nice. It's
Good eye, Nick.
reachable.
Good eye.
Yeah. I know a little bit about this one. I've had it before. Actually, not that long ago.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about it?
It's really good.
But is
And
it,
if you have 3, it's a really good night.
is it readily available?
It depends on who you ask. So that is like a
Unlike certain
high-end
brands that we know
high-end
that
Buffalo
are
Trace. And so for me, where I go to the liquor store, they never have Buffalo Trace. And so for 10 years, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting to get it. And my neighbor called me a couple weeks ago, and he's like, hey, and I frequent, well, we'll have a beverage or two together. Hey, are you near Delano? Yeah, actually, I am. I'm driving home. They have Buffalo Trace at the liquor store, and they have like 10 cases of it, limit 2 per person. I'm going to stop. So I stopped, and they had Eagle Rare, 2 bottles of Buffalo Trace and a bottle of that. And the lady at the cash register says, oh, that's funny. There was someone in here that just got the exact same thing you got. So yeah, that was my neighbor. That was on a Wednesday. Friday, my wife sent me there. I went back. They still had more. I grabbed 2 more. So now I have a stock supply.
The shortage has something to do with your neighborhood, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
So there's a stock supply. So here you guys telling me before we sat down here that you can get Buffalo Trace at all kinds of places. But my experience has been I could never get it anywhere.
Yeah, no, there's definitely times where all of it becomes a little bit scarce, depending on what's hot.
They had a
what
fire,
people
didn't they,
like,
at their distillery or something?
That, I don't know, but you know what? They push out a lot of product out of there, bought a lot of different stuff, so.
For what they charge for it and how good it is, I think they could. Hopefully, they don't listen to this, but they could probably charge more.
Well, it passes the smell test. I'll tell you that right now. It's,
it smells delicious.
better than Dickel's Pickles or whatever it was we were drinking last time. I'm sorry, man.
You're gonna
Dickel's and
grow to
I.
like Dickel.
Yeah, you really didn't like that one.
You know,
Well, he was doing it
yeah.
wrong, right?
I'd love for them to come on the studio
George
and
Dickel, yeah.
talk to me about
George Dickel, that's right.
Yeah, there's
So
a little
what-
bit
talk
left
to
there
me
right
about
behind you, Nick.
the taste.
So Eagle Rare was created in 1975 by master distiller Charles L. Thayer. Just kidding. His last name is Bean. Seagram's Eagle Rare was designed as a 101 proof. Is that a lot? 101 proof is pretty strong, right?
It's a couple.
Yeah.
That's considered
10-year-old bourbon?
hot.
Hot. 101 is hot. Anything over 100 is hot.
She's
Yeah,
101.
Yeah,
She's 101.
this will be a good. You remember that, then you know what you like, right? I feel like I personally, don't like stuff over 100.
You hear
Oh, you
that,
don't?
ladies? Don't fear getting old, because when you're 101, you're hot.
Yeah,
What is what's the one you drink that has the wax over it? Maker's Mark, right?
Yeah.
Is that one right? Like 90,
yeah, probably like 87. I think.
87 proof?
Oh, so that's why you can drink 5-6 of them.
Exactly.
That kind of makes sense. Why like 2 or 3 of these? And
I
you're
wasn't
like,
going to
oh,
say
okay.
that about it. It's like I like it a little less, then you can have a little more.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anybody
Well, what-
watching they probably wonder, why do you add so much water? I don't know, because we have 2.5 hours of recording to go. And
Company
right.
rules.
Yeah.
corporate rules.
Yeah.
Quite the history on this stuff. So this is like the high end, essentially, Buffalo Trace is the better way to look at it.
Selena, can you pull up the recording that I sent you from the commercial that we did? Because speaking of bourbon glasses and
So when these guys, like when Buffalo Trace bottles this stuff, it doesn't mean it's a high-end Buffalo Trace, right? Totally different product. They just produce it out of their distillery, like any bottling company or any something like that. So I think it's a little unfair to call it a high-end Buffalo Trace.
Well, it doesn't take much to fool me. So if this guy out there was like, sir, this is elegant bottle right here.
You keep talking like that, pretty soon it
It's
won't be
only
available.
50% more than the regular stuff.
well, I want to give a shout out to Liquor Barn. I can't remember the owner's name. Is it Mike? Is it
He looks like-
father and son? I
be Mike.
I can't remember. I feel
Let's
bad,
go with
but
Mike.
That's okay. He recommended that. I picked that up a while ago.
Smart
and,
man.
he said that he hadn't had that in a few years.
See what I'm talking? See?
And that it actually is,
It is rare.
and they don't do it all the time anymore.
Right.
So, all right, Eagle Rare. Let's try her out, huh, boys? Cheers! Safety meeting episode 7,
Cheers.
6,
Sir.
8.
Sirs. 6, 8, 10.
That's a
Isn't that good?
little bit better than maybe just by just a smidge better than George Dickel.
Right.
I mean, just a skosh.
Buddy.
We can dump this out if you
I
want to go
think,
back to the Dickles Pickles.
So we're gonna have to do an episode like we do at Teddy Camp, is where we blind taste testing, right? Because I think it's unfair just to throw
Oh.
George Dickel out, right?
Ah, there you go.
And and you can never tell.
Watch, he picks at like his top 3 or something like that. Captain Morgan, George Dickel.
I promise you, based on cringe factor, I would not, because I'm not trying to hate on the company or anything like that. I'm just saying, man, it's like, no.
It's an
taste
acquired
it.
taste,
Like-
and George is an acquired taste. I'll give you that.
No.
And there's a time and place for George Dickel.
Yeah.
All right,
Usually,
you don't have
usually
anything
after
else.
you've had a couple of these, probably it tastes a lot better.
Or he had a case of beer.
we got a special surprise. You guys were helpful enough to come in here and meet with us and Turn Down Productions to create a commercial for All Around. And we actually have the rough cut of that commercial.
Oh, nice.
We're going to put it up on the screen, and we'll actually throw it in the edit of this podcast. So anybody watching on our YouTube channel can see, and this will be our first reaction to the actual spot. This will be your guys' first time watching
Sweet.
it. So
Did you bring that from home?
I don't know. Let's find out. Look at that face. What a beaut.
Oh, is that like a lip reading commercial?
Where's this?
What's he saying?
That's a great idea.
Right now, he's like, I really don't like Dickles Pickles. He's doing it again. I just hate Dickles Pickles.
All right. Well, while we're fixing the sound so we can actually hear it.
I like Nick's idea. Let's go in and add our own to it. Like,
Yeah, just figure out
let us
whatever
talk
words you
about
want it to say.
Yeah, like an old
I like the logo.
fighting movie. Really unique way to do a spot, right? I honestly, sometimes Alex comes up with stuff that at first I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
How's that going
He's
to
like,
help?
hey, I'm going to put the camera right here.
I mean, unique, like doing it here in that setting in the.
Yeah, and that it's not very unrelated things, right? Doing the podcast versus what we actually offer for services and products. Our offerings for All Around is we're a contractor, right? So having the podcast be the setting, and then there's no real visuals. There's not like, hey, look at this beautiful siding job we did, or look at this beautiful deck that we did, right? It's not like that. It's more just unique creativity, and that's what he brings. I heard something.
Talking about it.
Not quite yet. All right. Well, we might have to.
Well,
ditch
look
that
sharp.
It does. Well, you guys know what was said, so
Yeah.
All right, so you say your part, and then
yeah.
We could actually do that.
Yeah,
just
let
reenact it.
run and just
Oh,
reenact
I'd have
it.
a problem remembering. I really would.
Yeah,
He does a good job of capturing the right stuff and obviously picking the final take of the.
How about everybody take the part to the guy to your left?
Oh man, yeah, that's actually left sounds better than right.
It worked out though. It was pretty cool. And
Mine
so
will be easy. You just have to say the same thing 600 times.
when you see the spot, what about the volume on the TV, Selena? Is that working or not? Oh, that works.
People are gonna see it and they're gonna be like, "It took Nick how many times to do that? I didn't know what to do with my hands."
Oh, yeah. Well,
That
is
was
what
the
it is.
first time you were
Works on
in
my
a commercial
phone.
or on TV, was it?
Yeah, I kind of have more of a face for radio, so.
Were you in any production before?
No. Let's see. I went to. We did a Rory commercial. I was at that one. Yeah.
Rory was a spoof on Maury Povich, right?
Rory.
The daytime show where, for some reason that was so popular back then in the 90s and early 2000s.
I don't. Do they still play it? It might still be on.
They don't
I'd watch
do
some of
that
those
stuff.
throwbacks.
They
Yeah.
don't do
Chris,
not. I'm
it
sorry.
says here.
I mean-
you are not the father.
The dances
Yeah,
that
the
those
running
guys
around.
those
Yeah.
guys would do the best dances, and I mean, and I felt for some of those
Right.
young mothers that obviously they made a lot of mistakes and poor decisions. They got a lot of baby daddies out there that they don't know which one the guy is, and they're on the 14th guy. But I love how reassuring Maury always was. Is like, don't worry, we'll find him. We'll, afterwards, and the other guy is dancing. I told you. I told
Every
you.
once in a while, I feel like there would be a guy that was like, "Yes, I knew it. Yes." You know, so sometimes there was happy endings.
That
to
he
those.
that he was the
Yeah,
father.
that they were like,
There
all
was.
right.
You're right. There was
Yep.
that.
She's like, no, I didn't sleep with anybody else. And he's like, bullshit. And then it's like, you are the father. And he's like, oh, you were telling the truth.
You guys
We
sound
can
like you
be
guys
together.
watched
And
it
then
quite a
maybe they're
bit.
still together
That's
to
an
this
awkward
day.
car ride
Happily
home.
ever after, yeah. The producers are like, damn it.
I think it still plays on Thursday and Tuesday at 1:30 in the
See?
afternoon.
Is that before or after MacGyver?
Might.
I mean, who's keeping track? Channel 4.
You know he's lying because like nothing is scheduled TV anymore. Everything is all digitally. You know, find what you're looking for.
Ted
at
doesn't
least.
strike me as a TV watcher, anyways.
Yeah, you know, there's certain stuff, you know.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
More.
Maury, yeah.
We watched the Masters.
Oh, you did? You watched a little bit?
The end of the end,
last
right?
hole.
We
Did you
watched-
like the azaleas and all the cool flowers and stuff? Nice setup there.
You know, all I seen was pine straw underneath the winner's
Lots
ball.
of pine straw. Did you guys see on the hole 16 that kid that sat there every day with the egg salad hat on? He was like a big thing, internet sensation for a couple days.
Oh, no, I didn't hear about
No?
this.
People like they hit the ball and they yell random stuff. And so they hit and he'd be like, egg salad, mashed potatoes, your mom. Or like they just ran. You're like,
How did
what?
we miss that?
This guy every day sat there and had custom egg salad hat. They kept talking about it on the TV for the little bit of it that I watched.
Wow.
And then they like zoom in on him. He's just intensely focused with his egg salad hat on.
Wasn't that not appropriate for
I don't
the
know.
Masters?
You know what? I think when those guys
Sound like he was at the
yell,
wrong tournament.
Yeah.
they yell so close to when the guy hits the
They
ball
do sometimes,
that it
yeah.
almost sounds like it's during the swing.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
You know, I imagine sometimes the players, when they hit a bad shot, only when they hit a bad shot, they turn and look and like, what's going on?
Get him out
man?
of here.
Yeah.
Get him
You know,
out of here.
but if it's a good shot, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
Egg salad. Yeah.
No, that's
Mashed
really
potatoes.
good stuff. We have we don't have the one spot for some reason the audio is not working, but we did record another commercial. And this one was real unique. I'll
busy.
let you guys watch this. This is an all-around commercial. It's about to air soon.
That's a new one as well.
Yeah, rough cut of the new one right here.
World premiere.
This is a,
Premiere.
this
Are
is
you
a
in that one?
short version. This is a 15-second
I told
version.
you. Only radio stuff for me.
Everybody's outside. See you out back.
Is your deck party missing a deck? We get it done and we do it right.
Just a couple suburban dads.
Hey, who needs another?
Not bad.
Show the long version. Here's the long
Party's here. Party's out back.
Quite the spread.
See you out there.
Buddy, you know how many drinks we had?
Party's out back. We're all outside.
Jumps.
We get it done and we do it right. Who needs another one?
Crawling on the ground.
Who needs another one?
Oh, that's pretty good.
We're hoping to sell a few decks off of that one.
Nobody was harmed in the filming of this commercial.
No, it's pretty cool. We had our deck production manager, which is Dave, build a platform, temporary platform, which is funny because Cole, Jessica's husband, he's just a comical dude. He's always ripping jokes the whole time, and he's like, "Hey, do you think you could just leave this platform here afterwards? Because we don't have a deck. We could just use that as our
Did you
deck."
just see him setting up a lawn chair?
That
in
is
this-
awesome.
So apparently his association, like they're the black sheep of their
That's the perks.
association, right? Because there's all these rules. They have to this and that, and he's like the only guy with a four-wheeler that like plows his driveway. His driveway, very small driveway. He's
with a
going
four-wheeler.
back and forth with a four-wheeler. And then he told me he did it for the neighbor across the street, and he like got a little bit of grass, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
the
that guy.
neighbor told him like, "Hey,
No more of that.
how about it's fine. We were out
Yeah.
of town. You could just
That
leave
would
the
be
grass
me.
alone."
Can you just go ahead and leave the snow?
He's like, fine, but you're gonna feel dumb when everybody else's is done. By,
I'm not coming to push you out either.
no,
Your stuff.
he's so fun to hang out with. He's one of the first guys in that clip. Do any of those work yet?
No,
Okay, whatever. We'll leave it.
I don't want to spoil if you got a part 2 coming to that, but
No, we don't have a part 2.
like the after, where they walk out.
Oh, and now there's a deck there?
they come in the room all casted up.
Yep.
Or they go outside like this. It's all good.
Sad story. They didn't actually go with all around, so they still don't have a deck.
They have PTSD, so they're just really, really tentative.
Either that or the next party, no one shows up, and you're sitting there with all your lemonade. What?
Oh man, no,
We just had 6 homeowners insurance claims come in at the same time. What?
that was a lot of fun though, making that spot and the creative.
Yeah, that looked like fun. Everybody probably had a blast.
So I mean,
I like the music in the commercial.
Yeah, well, we had to pick between that and techno, and I said
You picked better.
I'm
That's
already
good.
wearing some clothes I would never wear in that spot. So putting techno music together with that just gives a vibe I don't want. So we went with Selena called it the Nacho Libre.
I like it.
Music.
Your
Yeah,
outfit
I like
screams
that.
like
Nacho!
Will Ferrell. I got so much time. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe Bed Bath and Beyond. I don't know. It's like the typical suburban dad collared shirt.
So the last time we got together, guys, February, I think we were just right on the front end, just before building a bridge over at Kyle's, and I don't know what everybody
Couple bridge
pictures
builders.
when you say building a bridge, but fact of the matter is, this is no
I picture 3 people standing around watching one person work.
this is no
I
Rio
close?
Grande.
There was
Am I
like
close?
9 people standing around watching.
Well, I didn't know if it was a big operation or like a standard rattlesnake bottom
If
operation.
we wanted, I've got that video on YouTube of putting the bridge together. It's on
Oh,
my
yeah.
channel.
Just
We
in-
could just hop through that.
What's your
Plug your channel.
Yeah, that's a good recognition.
Yeah, Chris Spacek, just on YouTube.
What's your version of it, Charles? Is that how you pictured it? 9 people doing nothing?
Well, I mean, it was a big operation for a creek that you almost can jump over.
But now it has a bridge.
No, I think it's the bridge project. It's a couple weeks back.
You can't get machinery or tractor or side by side across, and the idea is that the Moonans want to be able to access that entire property, but even more importantly,
Top left corner.
I need to be able to access
to get through.
Ted and Kyle's house the covert way,
Right.
Exactly.
not the boulevard way. Yeah, let's go ahead, play it. Just keep the volume
Over the river and through the woods.
down. Nobody needs to listen to that
Yeah,
guy.
I mean, you can't get to the back 40 if you don't have a
Actually,
way
I
to
did
get to the back 40.
I watched this. You sent it to us.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good
No,
shot.
this is great. But so Ted, talk a little bit about why, everything. What, why, where, how come.
Well,
everything.
so we, as you guys know, we acquired a piece of property. Kyle did, along with Joan and I, and very nice property, not too far from Charles' place.
Right. He's like
not
right in
too-
the middle of you guys.
right
now.
across from our home place, and
we got a Kyle sandwich going on.
very, very a lot of wetland. But the cool thing about it, which I always wanted the property with a creek running through it, or a
Yep.
creek, depending on where. And it does have that. So,
That's awesome.
but it's a cool spot on it where an old goat path, if you will, an old mule train path, possibly used to cross the creek there, and long gone now. But in order to get back there, we thought, hey, let's make a bridge. So.
Pause for 1 second. If a creek is a crick, is a cricket a cricket?
I mean, it could be whatever you want it to be.
Yes,
Okay, good. All right. Continue. Please continue.
I would like to buy a vowel. Yeah, so as it's shown here, we decided to build a bridge. And as I was acquiring some true old township lumber from an old bridge, Charles gets into the project. The next thing we know, we got piles and piles of docking, green treated posts, and then Chris got his machinery over there.
Nice.
And yeah, I don't know.
There you
Everything
go.
came together, and then I was just kind of dreaming it up, and all of a sudden, shoot, now we got to make it happen.
Yeah.
Pressure's
Now,
on.
Idea comes to fruition.
Gassing up. I mean, it's a legit operation here. Is this Chris's machine?
Yeah.
The yellow
the-
one?
The little Sanny. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, you had Charles's skid out there, your skid, my Mini X, and then
I like the way that sounds. Charles' skid. I have one.
Kubota.
Charles,
Orange Bobcat.
Bobcat. There it is. There's the orange Bobcat. He just drove by it.
and then Tony had his big excavator with the rotator and whatnot. And
This is a lot to jump
Tony
over a
Donahue
creek or
from
creek,
Donahue
depending on what
Trucking
you
and
call it.
Excavating.
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, if you got a running start, you probably could, there's long jumpers that have jumped
Is there?
considerably further than
Yeah,
this.
I probably wouldn't make it, but so I'm happy you have a bridge
I don't know.
there.
We were down there last night, and it's ripping through there pretty good.
I was going to ask, what is it now?
Now it's
Right.
ripping,
I
yeah.
bet.
I mean, in the low time, there's the temp bridge, right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say, I see something laid down.
That's
Yeah, so-
just a temp.
So the process was we got some swamp mats set up, and that was what we were building off of.
What's a swamp mat?
What we're standing on.
Big like timbers that then they tie together with rebar
Oh, okay.
and whatnot, so you can grab them with machinery and move them around
Yep.
on like wet ground, swamp, and so you can drive equipment across. But then we started driving posts, and so that's what we got done about a month ago, was getting all those posts in the ground.
Yeah, we lucked out. I mean, this is like the last little bit of frozen ground at
Yeah.
all.
Is that the true high water mark right there, too? You actually,
We
or where
just,
you think it is?
Well, we looked at the vegetation,
Yeah.
the trees, and saw where the historical water had gotten to, and we thought, well, if it gets any higher than this, then it just kind of
Right,
it
big
is what.
trouble. Yeah.
well, because you're back there all the time, right? And you have been for, what?
That's what I was trying to tell them
10,
the whole
15
time.
years.
I was like, you guys
So-
think but
Because
I
there's times
really
where
know.
you tell me where you jump across, and on the other end of your 40, and you're hunting in between that.
I tell you
oxbow.
what I knew the most was how to go get lunch for everybody.
Yeah.
I knew all about the Culver's chicken sandwiches. That was my job, and I did a good job. I'll be honest.
There's
with
nobody
you.
more important than the lunch guy.
I delivered. So
Charles, beer me.
I usually am the lunch guy.
So if it does,
everyone's gotta
when
eat.
it's finished, it should be high enough that if Highway 14 gets shut down because of flood,
You can still make it?
we could still make it.
There you go. But showing here, there's still enough frost in the ground. You couldn't just grab those posts and pound them into the ground. We had to use
You had to dig?
auger on the skid to
get it
break through.
started.
I don't know, 2 foot of frost.
Yeah, it was amazing. I thought that.
So there was a
muddy
pretty
swamp-
good amount of frost right there.
There was still plenty, and it was
Yeah.
funny once you got
was a
through
cold
that first
winter.
layer. Then you could sink the posts
Easy.
as far
Yeah.
as you needed to. But you definitely were working.
What surprised me is how far down the post. Of course, Tony's machine is a big, nice big excavator, and it's very heavy and everything. But I thought we were going to have to do some post pounding with his extension, and he didn't have to. He just pushed down on these big timbers, and they just slid 12 feet plus right into the muck.
Crazy how much mud do you think it is until you hit like true hard bottom right there?
bedrock.
Yeah.
We don't know. We didn't find out.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The
So
world may
10
never know.
10 plus feet for sure.
Yeah.
So Tony does have a hammer attachment on his excavator that we could have kept pounding them, which I really wanted to see in action.
And he wanted to see
And
too.
wanted to
He
see
was
in
excited
action.
about it,
It's supposed to be like a practice day for the
but
excavator.
Go ahead.
it just went too smooth.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
did. You know what was really awesome about it too is in the process you actually uncovered an old timber
Yeah, oh, right, yeah.
from the
Yeah.
old goat trail. This used to be a goat trail. So at some point in time, somebody had
Something
built,
was in there for sure.
built something there.
That's
right?
cool.
In that same exact spot. If you look on the maps, you can see this is a historic crossing.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a crossing there, and it's on every map you've ever looked at, and all the old maps.
You could see the trail, like a little trail going through there.
Absolutely.
We found a plate that said Lewis and Clark on it. It was,
yeah.
I'm
where-
surprised you guys didn't dig up Jimmy Hoffa.
Half we didn't find any dead bodies, but we found
that's good.
an old timber that had been preserved by the mud,
Right.
by the wetness.
Yep.
Did you set it aside somewhere?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put it up in the shed. We'll probably make a.
It's like if someone put make a mantle out of that, if you
Something
can
like that.
figure out how
He's
to.
gonna make a pallet out of it.
Yeah, even better.
Gonna be middle of February
What a
when I
way
was
to
too
preserve
lazy
old
to get
wood.
enough wood cut. We're gonna we're cutting that one up.
That pallet right there is 150 years
that'll,
old.
That'll
burn
burn
forever.
That'll burn. That's a 3-hour log.
Yeah.
So what is the end? It's once the poles are in, you're attaching a bridge elevated off of that.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I mean, if you look at the drawing, it shows.
Is it on a napkin?
It looks at where it's at right now. You'll eventually get to the
Ted,
end of this here.
you're a drawer. I see you did some stuff where you're just like, yeah, and we'll just kind of.
You don't know how to draw, do you, Ted?
Oh, that's pretty good.
I know how to draw a picture of a burl.
Do you know what a burl is? Oh man,
That's
That's a throwback.
We can't go down that story.
oh man, I really want to though.
Talking like a burl on the side of a tree.
you remember Marshall down in the
Oh
Ozarks.
yes.
Wouldn't leave us alone that morning
yeah.
because he had too
Well,
much.
he did when you told him. You're like,
He
hey,
had a little
bud,
too much coffee.
A little
Yeah.
too much coffee.
Yeah.
time for you to go home. You're not helping us here.
A little bloodshot coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, Marshall.
Little
Yeah.
too
Wonder what
much
that guy's up to
caffeine
these
in his
days.
system that morning that he just kept on and on and on. And I'm like, buddy, get in the side by side. We're leaving. Everyone's trying to get work done, and there's a lot of dangerous stuff going on. And you gotta
You're
get
the
out of
only
here.
non-productive thing here.
Yeah.
Still gonna pay me for the day? I'll pay you to leave. How about that?
Yeah, exactly.
I tell you what, after being down there, I walked down there last night with Terry, our tile guy, and it looks pretty impressive. I mean,
You
looking
gonna tile
back at it
the,
with
you gonna
nothing
tile
there,
the bridge?
No, it's for Kyle's house.
That'd be great. I know. I'm just kidding.
All right. Sorry.
secret's out.
I went
Got
for it.
any remnants? We're going for like a mosaic look on the bridge platform.
Or
Selena, push towards the finished product here.
Hey, I haven't seen. Obviously, the last time I was at Kyle's, it was a totally gutted bathroom.
Oh, there we go.
There's the big boy
That's
right
where the
there.
action is happening.
Watch this. Watch this shit.
Oh yeah.
Just able to.
By the look of the excavator, this is before he smashed his window
So
out.
yes,
How cool is
but I just want to say this, okay? Nothing scared me more than Schreier. He would go.
You can stop right there.
He would go right next to the excavator arm as he's pushing it down,
Try to grab it.
and like tell him a little bit this way, a little bit, try to level it off,
Yeah.
level the post off, and I'm like, buddy. You
Just-
have like a few 1,000 pounds,
Oh
right,
my
with
gosh.
under pressure right next to you. If something splinters, splits,
Puts
slips
his arm
off,
up like it's someone with a shovel or something. It's like, oh,
and
wait.
then, And then Ted's like, well, he doesn't know. He's got one eye. Don't. There he is, right there. There he is, right there.
He's got one eye.
See that? Look
at
at that.
that.
It just sinks it. He could have just kept pushing.
Oh man.
And pushing. It was something else, man.
Yeah, it really shaped up nice after that. Excited. No, one of our thoughts, Nick, is that we have a retired equipment trailer. We're going to take all the axle equipment off and
Oh,
stuff.
and set it right on top.
Yeah, and use that for a deck. And then we got treated decking boards to go on top of it.
That's cool.
There it is.
Yeah.
Very nice, Chris.
51st, yeah.
Nice
that was
job
a good job
throwing that
Chris.
together, man.
Yeah, that
good
was
video.
fun. That was fun.
I expected just you sent it over. I thought, oh, we got more pictures of the bridge, right? I'm like, I don't need to look at this. And Kyle's like, hey, that turned out pretty good.
The whole
Wait, look at
edited
that.
video.
Might be onto something.
Ted captures
Editing
more
is-
content than does more cool stuff than anybody. Never watches anything. You know what I mean?
He has no idea that he's like a videograph
He's never
genius.
once even watched this show
Yeah.
or share or like or
I
nothing.
am going to, though, I promise.
He's like, I just live it, man.
Yeah.
I just live
Live
it.
it in the moment.
Yep.
It's always been kind of a thing that I didn't like is like we're on vacation with a bunch of people, right? And by the time we get back to the hotel room that night, Joan wants to, let me see all your pictures. We're just there. You just did it like an hour ago.
Yeah.
You don't remember?
We just lived this.
That's hilarious.
How about if I show them next year at Christmas? Right? So, give it a little time. It's like that ego rare. You just need it to
Miss it.
rest a little
A
bit.
little, yeah, a
Give it
couple
little
more
resting
years.
time.
Just
Yeah.
a couple more years until you get to 10 years, and then it's ready to go.
Yeah,
It's ready.
Yep.
And it's rare. It's
That was
hard
a
to
good
find.
choice, though, Nick. That was.
That's good stuff.
I thought so.
It's been a
Yeah.
while since
Charles likes it, right?
I enjoy. I'm on my way ahead of you guys.
All right. Good.
That's okay. It's not a race, but don't lose.
He's racing against himself. I'm smoking these guys.
So shortly after that was the burn down in the Ozarks.
Yeah,
I was just
that's
looking,
what was.
looking through the reels, and
That was the controlled burn, right?
it was controlled.
What's with
So
the?
Because I feel like, from what I know, and I don't know much, and maybe you guys can tell me, but there was like a little bit of control issues in the beginning.
Yeah, we were.
But
eager.
then everything was.
Were you talking about Brian telling us what to do? That kind of control?
Lots.
Oh, he wouldn't do that.
Brian was. Good
He's a
about
fire
that.
professional, isn't he? A pyrotechno maniac, or what do you call it? What's
yeah,
a
he
fire
does.
person? Is that a pyro?
Certified pyro.
Certified pyro?
Arsons?
Yeah, I don't think that's
Arsonist?
the
Yeah.
same. It's not the same certification.
No. Okay.
No, this is to do controlled burns, but I'm sure you were just kidding, but maybe not.
Was I?
Anyhow, prescribed burns, right? So for people that don't know anything about it, it sounds crazy, right? And to me, actually, before I knew anything about this, it sounds insane. You are starting a fire on purpose,
Right.
either in a field with tall grass or in the timber, in the woods. Minnesota, we call it woods. Down south, they call it in the timber. But the
Is
idea...
that, they do say that?
Yeah.
How do you do southern? Do your southern accent?
Oh, he's burning the timbers, right? Yeah. So
Sorry.
He's doing it again.
Yeah. It sounds better when he doesn't have. Okay, so in the woods or in the timber.
yeah, and the idea is that your flash burning is
many
what they
trees.
call it. You're having a controlled, moving, creeping fire in an area that you've predetermined that is going to move through the undergrowth of the timber or the grass of the field.
Yep, like the leaves and stuff.
Leaves, grass, small, deadfall, windfall.
Windfall, yep.
Excuse me. And it creeps through the woods. You monitor it, and the idea is that you're getting rid of all of that litter, that tree litter, the leaves, and everything, so that you can expose the forest floor. And then now you have exposed dirt, and then you have invasive stuff gets burnt off. So undesirable plants and shrubs or weeds get burnt off, and it gives a chance for desirable native stuff that's supposed to be there
Right.
to actually sprout and flourish. And so that's the idea.
And the ash is good for the ground, right? Like
And the ash brings
say on top of it,
nitrogen
nitrogen.
to the ground.
Yeah.
Yep.
Immediate nitrogen.
It's
there, great.
insane. If you listen to some of the podcasts out there about this, University of Mississippi does a
cool video
lot
right
of land management stuff.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's
It's got to be the thermal
yeah,
imaging
that's the
drone. or
thermal
something?
image
Yeah.
right there. So
That's crazy. I mean, you can literally probably go in and count every little fire in there.
and that is like
Or burning or hot
it-
ground or
it's
whatever.
the
right.
hottest part, but all that black next to it has been burnt already.
Okay.
Right, it's gone through it already. So
What trail is that? Is that the easement road right there?
I actually don't know until she pulls, or
Okay.
I'm not sure if she pulls back.
It's
Roll
very
that-
straight road.
No,
It just-
that's the.
Roll that back.
Oh, that's
a little
down
bit.
to the lake.
Yeah,
I think.
that's,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the one
you're right.
from the
Okay,
lake.
I see now.
I still don't know what you guys are talking. Oh, is that
That's the actual road.
Yeah, so that's the lake on the north side
that's the lake right there?
Yeah, it's coming from like
from that new
hourglass.
Yep.
Hourglass to the dock.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Oh, lake's on the.
This is why it was hard, Nick, because we had to tell him where we were at on his property that he didn't understand.
I don't know. So, but let me set the stage just
No,
a
go
little
that
bit
way.
more, right? Before you do any of this, before you start lighting fires, you have to make these breaks, they call them. Basically, as your border, you're creating a border around the burn area that you don't want the fire to escape out of. And, and the way that you do that is with leaf blowers is the most efficient way to do that. So we had 5-6 leaf blowers. We spent 3 days making breaks, blowing leaves. You
Actually
got
sounds kind of fun.
well, it's
That'd be my part. Yeah.
Nick's very
Hey,
much
go
in-
that way, go 17,000 yards, and then hang a left.
The first hour, it was awesome.
1, 2, 3.
Let's start over.
He's very much into lawn care, so this is right up his alley. But
Okay, so you're creating breaks, a border. Or
yeah,
whatever.
like a
Yep.
15 to 20 foot area that you've removed the leaves from. And if you can imagine, if
Get it down to the dirt.
you
and
get
the
it down to
rock.
the dirt, and that sounds easy with that many leaf blowers, but to be honest with you, it's like when you already have a bed of a foot thick of leaves.
Yeah.
It doesn't go quickly.
Right.
You really and you have to take your time, and you got to make a good break. So we did breaks, miles of breaks. I would argue there's probably 4 miles of breaks that we did over a course of 3 days before we ever lit the fire.
Oh, wow.
Okay, because we're burning up over 200 acres.
And the burning
of
part
forest,
must go a
right?
lot faster than the. So it takes longer to do the breaks than it does to actually burn the.
Correct. Yep. The burning. Once the burning happens, it does the work for you.
Right.
You
As
just
long as
have to
it stays in
keep
the
it
parameters.
You have
contained.
to contain it.
Yeah, and so that
Control.
was my long way of getting to kind of what you had heard. Obviously, you heard our stories of what was going
Yeah.
on. Is that once we were done with the breaks, it was burn day. So we're everyone's down there. Everyone
Good
got.
shots.
We're ready to go, and we picked a spot to start. We figured we would start closest to the neighbor's line that we were most concerned about,
Yep.
because we figured if we start here and let the fire burn away from here,
Right.
then we won't have to
good.
worry about this spot as much.
Yep.
Well, we did, and
we did worry.
so I'm not gonna lie.
Naturally.
The neighbor who's already super always into everything we're doing, very nosy, a little bit abrasive. I don't want to say too much negative about the guy because I honestly feel like he is a decent dude and he means well. We've just rubbed each other the wrong way a couple times, so there was already some tension. That's the best way to put it.
They'll come back around. You guys
Yeah, hey, we're
Well,
good,
it's-
and we're good now.
Yeah, I mean,
Everything's
you're
you
in a
guys are
pretty
good
rural
neighbors.
area, and I feel like people there are very sensitive and.
What was that? What kind of area?
Rural area.
Okay. Did he say rural?
Rural.
Or
You
did he
say
say
that in a southern
rural?
accent?
We'll play it back. Yeah, it's my southern accent.
I know that's how he says that word all the time. So we
Rural.
give him shit.
Rural.
So we'd already
Sounds like
had
Earl, but
some
with a Euro.
tension, and he comes to where we're starting before we ever started, and we're
Oh,
just
man.
getting ready to start, right? Like this is days of preparation. This is like the weather's right, everything's right, everything. And he goes, did you know the wind's going to pick up this afternoon? Now he's standing on his side of the property line. We're standing on ours, so we're talking over a fence, so it's already a little bit confrontational. We're getting ready to light this thing, and he's like, the wind's going to pick up. I don't know if I do it. I don't know if I do it. And I said, and he's like, and there's going to be a ban. I said, well, is there a ban right now? He goes, no. I said, all right, well, thanks for your help. Appreciate it. Wait.
Fire them up.
Yeah, like, bud, we just 3 days went with leaf blowers here.
So we
it's
lit
happening.
it.
Yeah.
We lit it. Well, that particular spot happens to be one of the highest elevations on the entire property. And sure as shit, the wind picked up. And it picked up quickly.
Yeah.
And so at first it wasn't an issue. Maybe we had a half hour with no issues. And we thought it was going good. So we started vacating the area, going down the hill. And Joey kept making beer runs because Joey was on one. He had already decided that day that he was going to drink more beer than anybody.
Okay. He
That
was in a race against himself.
Yeah, and he doesn't drink all the time. Matter of fact, he usually doesn't drink. He's one of the few guys that's not drinking most of the time. But he decided that day
He's going to make up for it.
he's going to
drinking
make up for it. So he goes. We all have radios. I mean, we were official as hell. We had tons of leaf blowers. We had a
fire truck.
radio CB radios with the earpieces on. We had a Tacoma with a water tank on the back of it and a water pump.
Yep.
To put out any potential issues.
Yep.
Well, that particular spot right
Keep
there.
it controlled.
Half hour later, the neighbor's calling. Your fire's on my side. It jumped the brake. And I thought to myself, so this is my first time doing something like
Now,
this.
let me just throw this
Go
out
ahead,
there before
go
you
ahead.
say that, because I think he's a great guy too. But when we first ran up there was what seemed like a path where someone had walked close. I'm thinking he might have kicked a little over the line, but I don't want to go.
Great guy. Great
Use
guy.
the old foot wedge to
Real piece
bridge
of
the
shit.
gap. Yeah.
Hey, your fire jumped. And he's putting his foot out.
Well,
You had a pretty good break, except for this little area where I
So,
kicked some
anyways,
Ted and I are the first ones up there. We hauled ass up that hill as fast as we could. We jumped on it. Ted went ass over tea kettle on a barbed wire fence with a backpack blower
backpack.
on his back.
Oh,
So he
man.
went right over on his head, and the
the
backpack,
came over the back.
flipped
of the
over.
bike.
frustrating.
I
I'm
jump
looking
over.
at through the dirt, like, where's the flame?
Yeah. So, and your instinct is to go right to the fire and go against it and blow right on it and send it. Problem is that's not what you do.
Send it bigger.
Because you're just sending it bigger, and then leaves are going behind you. The burning leaves are going behind you, and then getting on the stuff that you don't want to burn.
Yep.
So really, you need to sacrifice an area and say, okay, that's going to burn. Back up a bunch, create a new break,
Sure.
and
Try to
start
stop
over
it.
again. Well, Ted and I are radioing because it's just him and I up there, and this is getting out of hand quick, and the wind is starting to whip. I mean, we're getting 20-mile-an-hour winds all of a sudden.
Oh,
And
no.
100 yards away is his prairie grass.
Yes.
Oh.
And then in the middle of that is his house.
Yes. So
Yeah, we're a little excited.
we're so again, I'm freaking out because this is the first time, and we're blowing the fire, and it's so hot and smoky that you're starting to get claustrophobic. It's hot in your face. You almost think to yourself, "Screw it, I'm done. Like whatever happens, happens. I'm not
It's
gonna
not that nice a house. Let her go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna die in this fire, right?" So, but
Didn't he said he didn't like that color anyway?
You're right.
I'm radioing Joey. we need blowers up here quick, right? Because he brought all
He's
the
like,
blowers
what? I got
down.
beer. You guys need some beer up there?
And then
You said it exactly.
the
All
beer.
Joey heard was more cerveza.
No.
he goes,
Damn it.
He goes 10-4. I keep blowing. 30 seconds later, I'm like, no, you don't understand. We need blowers up here pronto, yesterday. And he goes, God damn it, I'm going up this hill as fast as I can. The truck don't go any further. Just settle down, right? And then
He's like probably Dukes of Hazard.
yeah,
too.
well,
God, yeah.
somebody decided to put all the blowers in his truck because we thought we were done with that area. We thought that area could just
Right.
keep moving and go away.
Yeah, there was definitely a lesson learned there. A little bit like
Stick with it
that was
until
a bad area. We should have.
So I mean, anyhow, it actually ended up being. Even though it made me sick to my stomach, I was scared shitless. There was a part where I literally said to myself in my head, "Screw this! I'll never do this again. This is not worth it." Right? The area that got over the fence was literally twice the size of this room. It wasn't big at all.
Yeah.
It just scared us because it could have gotten out of control very, very quickly. We were on it right away. We smothered it out, put
Where
it
is
out.
it on the screen? Like it's over in the corner there or
Well,
something?
that's it. That's the neighbor's house, so it's
That could have burnt.
it's directly to the right on the very
Okay.
back end of the field, right
Yep,
there.
back corner over there.
Yep, over there, right where I'm facing right now.
So that's that road or
there.
split trail or whatever, easement road that goes in there?
right there is actually
there.
the spot.
Oh,
right
wow.
there.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You can see the trail in the woods, about 50 yards in the woods, right there.
Yep.
That's where the brakes.
Got it.
Well, there's a water hole right there. We could have siphoned from that.
Yeah, he wasn't in a very helpful mood. He came and
It was pretty cool. It
checking
was
us
exciting,
out.
but it was fun at the same time. And
Right.
we had enough guys and gear. You know, it was.
We had it eventually under control. The wind died down in the afternoon. And then Brian's like, well, come on, let's keep burning. Let's go. And I'm like, dude, I don't even know if I want to start a cigarette on fire here. Like, I'm just over it at this point. But the rest of the day and a half that we ended up being flawless. Right?
He's done it before, right? Brian has done it before?
He has.
He has some
but,
experience with it?
Well, yeah, but you shouldn't say that. And then
That view.
I mean, why do we still have the problems then? Shouldn't have got out on us then.
Well, you know
Brian.
what? I feel like there's only so much you can
Yeah.
control with that, right?
Yeah.
Where part of it is a little bit, you're hoping Mother Nature throws some cards your way too. And not 20-mile-an-hour winds, right? When
Right.
you get the fire started, probably going in the direction you don't want the wind to go.
It was
too.
like 45 minutes later, the wind just
It was like the perfect setup bad storm, right? I mean, we had blown a foot of leaves over there, so now that had 3 foot of fluffy leaves. Right?
yes.
Yep.
Little cinder, poof. You know, there was a lot of logs that were down
Yep.
that caught, right?
So one of the coolest
then,
things,
the wind that switched,
real
yeah.
quick, is and this is the part that this will bite you in the ass because you're not thinking about it, but it ended up being really, really cool and a little scary. You'll have big dead trees that are standing. Well, the fire goes through, catches the bottom of that big dead tree on fire, starts a chimney, like flames
cool.
shooting through.
Yeah, because they're all hollowed out or whatever.
So 20 feet in the air, you're seeing flames shoot through the center of a dead tree, and you know this tree will go down, right? Like it's going to go down. Well, we had a bunch of those right up next to our break. So there's 15-foot trail of a break.
You're
Well,
like, don't fall that way.
and guess what? They did.
Yeah.
But Brian actually, because of his experience, we drove by
he
a couple
warned
of
us
them,
of
and he's
that.
like, that one's going to go. We need to get over here right away.
And knock it down?
Either
Or-
that or make a bigger break,
Okay,
make
got
the
it.
break bigger, right? And
Yep.
there was one we watched. We sat and at dusk, we watched one for like an hour. We just hung out, drinking beer, watching one of these chimneys, waiting for it to fall.
Yep.
We swore we knew when it was going to fall. It didn't fall until we got back to the house.
Of course, as soon as you go away.
Yeah. One of the most useful tools in the whole process was the thermal drone. I mean, being able to sit in one spot and monitor over 200 acres of burn going and then checking all the breaks with that thermal
Absolutely. That
was so damn useful, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very handy. I mean, it was awesome to be able to see it from the house, not have to run out there after a day of
Right.
not wanting to go out there anymore. I mean, there's a lot of humping some big hills.
Yeah, that's what people probably. I mean, if you
'Cause
watch this video, you won't see it. You can kind of see when you get the zone. You see the elevation of that. I mean, it's just rolling hills everywhere. But it's not like a hill. Like it's a little jaunt. It could be like, it's up there. All right.
It's a holler.
Yeah, it's a holler. Right.
Ditch.
It is.
A ditch. Yeah.
It is cool territory, especially if you're from flatland. Midwest. You know, a lot of different parts of the Midwest, but most of Minnesota, and at least where we're from in Minnesota, it's mostly flat. So you go to an area like that or hill country, and I don't know, man. To me, the hills do something to me. I love just looking at the hills, and Ozarks is definitely just a place you got to go. If you haven't been one point in your life, just go there and check it out.
That's a lot of timber.
So there's a lot.
There's a lot.
A lot of windfall.
Yeah.
A lot of windfall
I'll
in
be
that timber.
curious to see how your burn compares to our neighbors down where we hunt. They're on a forestry program, so like every 15, 20 years, they do a spot clear cutting. So they clear cutted the one next to where we hunt now, and then they're going to burn it next week or something.
Okay.
So I had a chat with the guy about it quite a bit because, now we're experienced. So, of course I talked to him about
Right.
it. Like,
I would just
What are you
recommend.
guys doing?
you
I'll
need
be
any
down
help,
there to
call the neighbor
supervise.
kids, not me.
I think that if it says on the weather, gusts up to 15 or more, just
Don't do it.
don't do it, man.
Go on the boat.
Yeah.
What's the
just wait.
turnaround on this? Like now it's middle of April or
See
whatever.
see the line right there, the burn on the left and the non-burn on the
Yep.
right. That's and plus that had been logged as well. So that's
Yeah, you could see some of the trees that are cut down.
it's thinned out, right? Exactly right. That's log territory. What are you saying now? What were you asking?
what is? I mean, what the results are like this spring?
Oh, right away.
Green and things
Yes,
are
yes. New
and
stuff.
more
everything
of
else
what
up.
there was before.
Yeah, it adds about 10 to 14% more food on the ground than was on the ground. People think of food plots and they think, well, you have to grow all of these brassicas and brackises,
Chicory.
rape and chicory and all these turnips and stuff. Food plots are one way to feed deer, but another great way to feed deer is to do controlled burns and to log and to get sunlight to the ground because
Yeah, that's stuff they've been eating since their probably existence.
exactly when they don't have man-made food plots, they're eating whatever the forest floor gives them. So it was really, really awesome, man. I was so glad when it was over. And then I was like, man, let's do it again, of course. But there was that moment where I was like, never again, so.
Well, I was down there 3 weeks after you guys burned. I can't believe how rocky that whole entire train is.
I
Now
know.
that all the leaves are gone, all the sticks are gone on the ground cover, I figured you'd see just some dirt. I mean, it is just solid rock down
Yeah, the
there.
rocks grow.
exposed.
But it's all exposed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I never realized. I mean, knew it was rocky.
There was
but
there was the one spot down behind the shed.
like that whole area
that
down there.
hill
Yeah.
that we walked up through that last place we burnt by your where that old hot tub used to be, right? Man, that-
So the hot tub went up. We've talked about Waco on this show before.
Oh, you burnt. It's burnt.
Yeah, so
Like gone.
gone.
it didn't survive.
Okay.
Well, we put it out of its
Guys, like, put
misery
some
a long
tannerite in
time
it or
ago.
something?
Yeah, we put it down a year ago.
Exactly. We put it down a long time ago, but now it ceases to exist.
Shoot it again. Shoot it again.
I mean, it went up like a dried hot tub.
It's kind of how it
Up in
went.
flames.
I think it was a dried hot tub.
So, Chris, you guys went after.
Yep.
And you and Jasmine tend to go every year now, and just talk a little bit about why you're going down and what time of year, what you're doing.
Yeah, so Jasmine likes to go down there right around her birthday time, and it so happened coincides with the mushrooms are just coming out of the ground.
Oh yeah.
And so Jasmine,
morale, right?
exactly,
Morale,
yeah. So Jasmine loves looking for the morel mushrooms, and so we've done this 3 years now, I think, and have had luck every year. The first year, I think we had the best luck. I mean, just found piles.
That's right.
They're
I
down by the
remember.
water at that low areas there. Brian found one the first year.
I'm gonna be honest with you,
No?
There's no rhyme or reason, in my opinion.
there isn't, because I'll find them. And they'll be on a slope, and they'll be on the north side of the tree, and I'll be
Yep.
like, "All right, sunny
answer's
spot,
no.
north side of the tree."
Always on the north
So
side.
they just like pop up kind of wherever.
And then you'll find a group right next to the creek.
Yep.
And it's like, well, I can't.
They're by the creek.
They're by the creek, and then they're back up on the
Sometimes.
slope or whatnot. So yeah, we found some more
So you
this
did
year.
well this year?
Yeah, we found, I would say,
Haven't been out yet. Yeah.
5-10 every day.
And you eat them?
Yeah, just would eat them each night, and then the reds, they were starting to pop out there, and Joey loves the red mushrooms.
That's another. It's edible.
So
Another,
it is. They call
well,
them-
obviously it is
Well,
if he's eating them.
All right, we need to put a disclaimer out
Yeah,
there. We don't want to be
disclaimer.
liable for anything, okay? Reds are technically not recommended to eat,
Oh, okay.
okay? But everyone in
Missouri
Missouri eats.
Not recommended if you're this side of
If
Des
you're
Moines.
from Missouri. Okay, so for that reason, I kind of avoided them for a little bit. But then recently we were able to find a batch, and I had them, and they're now one of my favorite. They're very, very good. False Morels / Reds. There's a bunch of different names.
So they're not really
for 'em.
bad for you. It's just people dislike them.
Well,
No, they're not nothing for you. They're just some people probably have a stomach allergy to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, but honestly, nobody I've talked to so far has had a negative. I'll have a negative effect over some grocery bought, store bought
Right.
mushrooms if I
Versus
eat
one
too,
that grows in the ground.
or too many
a
of
real,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
No pesticides on it.
but I liked them more than the Morels.
Yeah, I agree with you. They're pretty good.
so did you find those as well? They're like more abundant, right? Or,
You know, when you find
or
them,
down there,
they
they're
seem
more
to be bigger. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
size of a
big.
baseball or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Morels, I mean, they're just small, like, I don't know, size of a pencil eraser.
but
Like,
probably
not too
because they're
big.
just coming out, right? I mean, they get large. Right?
Yeah, they get large,
So
but-
I find big groups of them eventually.
Joey said they go from nothing to they grow
Yeah.
overnight, right? It's not like oh, let's come back, it'll be bigger tomorrow. That's
Right.
what he told me. He's like,
do,
it
yeah.
is what
Yeah.
it's going to be.
oh, really?
Yeah, like it just plumes
So
overnight.
it grows into whatever its final
yeah,
shape
but there,
or size.
But there might be a cluster or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
When we've found reds down there before, there has been big clusters, enough where you're not even going to pull all of it because it would just be wasteful.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Big.
So you're saying
softballs.
when they grow, that's it. They don't.
It just seems that
Keep
way.
growing.
Yeah, because then some of them you get to, and they're clearly. I mean, it seems like the wind really does a number on them because it'll dry them out
Dries-
right away.
yeah, dries 'em
And
out big time.
I mean, they're there, and then they're not there pretty quick.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
mean,
like a
I-
timing thing, really.
I've heard
You
that.
gotta-
Yeah, the big ones dry out really fast, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'd still think if you see one today, you go back tomorrow, it's probably got a little bigger.
Maybe. I mean, it should be that way. You would think that doesn't sound ridiculous at all. But
Sounds like a Google search is in our horizon here.
yeah.
Well,
Selena,
it makes me think
can
about
you
it twice
find
as
out
like
if
Joey-
mushrooms get bigger over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do morels continue to grow? The idea is to get them while they're moist.
Yeah,
Moist. Moist.
So
Moist. I knew that
Hunt
word.
them
I
in
was
the
careful
rain.
how I said that.
Moist. No,
And then,
I just,
and then what? You just butter and fry them up.
yeah. You just put them in water, so any little
Dirt,
dirt, and
dirt,
grime
stuff.
that's kind of in them, and then just
well, they grow off poo poo.
Oh, okay,
So
all right.
I'm just kidding.
Well, you eat the poo poo's good then.
the poo poo's good.
No
But,
dirt though.
Yeah, a little butter, a little salt. Pretty
All right.
simple.
I am not a mushroom guy. I never have been. So, but
We've
I've never had a
always-
morel mushroom. I'd try one.
we probably just did the same thing, collected them while we're out turkey hunting, right?
Nick, you
And
can't
about the
stand
best
mushrooms,
time.
right?
I know. I just don't like them. But I might like that one. I don't know. Probably not. But I would try it. I've never had one.
Dude, I think I'll
They're
be
very
honest
good.
with you. I think you have a mental thing with mushrooms.
It could be. It
I don't
could-
think that you actually dislike mushrooms.
It could be. I definitely dislike the store bought ones for sure.
It's like when people
Yeah,
say,
but that's
I
like-
don't like tomatoes, right? Well, they don't like the texture of tomatoes.
Right. They're like,
okay?
oh, you like pizza and ketchup and spaghetti and
Exactly. And you'll have a sandwich with a tomato on it, but you can't fathom biting into a tomato, which who
Right.
the hell would, right?
Right.
Like I wouldn't either.
Yeah, some people
But they
do.
actually have flavor, not like a store bought mushroom that tastes like whatever you put on it, like
Yeah.
salt.
Well,
Yeah.
They
Simone,
actually have flavor.
Simone made a whole batch of them, right? But she put slap yo mama on it, right? And everything. And then I was eating
That's
them, and
actually
I'm
good
like,
seasoning.
I'm good. She's like, so what do you think? And I'm like, "Well, pretty good. And she goes, well, what do you think? What do they taste like? I'm like, slap your mama.
Makes you want to slap your mom.
I'm like, slap your mama.
like the burger
She's
we
like,
had
come
last
on.
night.
I'm
Yeah.
like, no, seriously, you literally smothered these things, and so I can't taste
Yeah.
anything but that, right? So
That's the problem.
We did it better next time. Love the reds. Morels are okay. I'm not crazy about them. Maybe I just haven't found big, nice enough
Maybe you had
ones.
too much slap your mama on them.
But
I do
I
like
know
that
what you're gonna
seasoning
say,
though. It's
yeah.
good seasoning.
I will just say, if you ever find chicken of the woods
Oh yeah.
Throw it away.
or hen of the woods,
garbage.
okay? It's a nasty looking mushroom. It's yellow. It's big and flat. It's like, what is that? Oh my gosh! It's a fungus. Oh my gosh!
Throw it like a frisbee.
No, Ted, you're just messing around because you know. Did you even have some of this stuff? I look at it. There it is, right there. It's chicken of the woods. Okay, this stuff, Nick. I could taste test real chicken and chicken of the woods. I could put a blindfold on you.
Seriously?
You could taste it. You wouldn't be able to tell me
Guess
what's
that's where it
different.
got the name from, huh?
Chicken of the woods
Chicken
or
of the
hen of the woods, right?
I feel like I've seen that before.
So what's up with the
It does. It has a like a chicken texture
Over time.
more than a chicken
It does?
flavor. Like
about a week?
I'd say if you buy your worst flavored chicken, right? You know,
Yep.
at the store or whatever. And
That's that?
1.5
tastes like that. It can
centimeters
taste
per
like
day.
that,
Okay.
All right, Ted wasn't listening. They all at once.
all at once.
No way.
Yeah. Right.
I think
Next subject. Okay.
point on the board for Ted.
It's over a week. They go.
Get Joey on the hotline.
Hey, there you go. It's over a week.
What about Reds? False morels / Reds.
4 days.
He's got
Now he's an expert.
He didn't know we were going to talk about what mushrooms before, but he came here and like researched mushrooms
You know,
the whole
I
way.
want to say because
Be prepared.
I think it's great that you guys
He's a mushroom connoisseur.
Yeah.
go down and do that. I think that if you have any desire to hunt or forage for things, if you're that kind of person that you just love finding things, right? When you were a kid, you loved the Easter egg hunt. When you grew up, you were good at you like hunting, right? That's fun, man. It's fun for me. I don't even care whether I want to eat it or don't or whatever. To me, it's like the reward of finding the thing that's so cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So in finding things, I mean, the nice thing about mushrooms, right? So if you go turkey hunting, you can shed hunt and mushroom hunt all in the same walk, right? So we didn't find any sheds when we were fire burning, but I think that was a little bit we were a
Premature.
little bit busy too. What we were
Right.
doing. That's what I was gonna ask if you guys
That's hard too, though. 'cause
no
you-
sheds. I mean, that's always
You might think
kinda
you
go
covered
hand
an
in
area
hand
and you
with
walk
mushrooms.
right by one.
Yeah.
You need a little bit of luck.
yeah.
You would think that the white would chime, but it might be charred, whatever. But I mean, anything from finding arrowheads to finding cool rocks to finding mushrooms, right? There's a reason why a lot of outdoors men and women make that a part of their annual thing.
You guys
can look
found an
forward to.
arrowhead there, didn't you? A
We
couple of them.
found a crazy arrowhead.
One
that-
was like in like
a
all
cave.
intact. And
Yeah, there's two that
pristine
we
for all.
found there that are grade A museum
Right.
quality arrowheads that are just insane. Most of the time you find an arrowhead, it's chipped off, and so, but still cool, right?
Yeah, tip's broken.
You're like, I'm touching something.
I've
that
never found one.
Somebody,
No, I haven't
maybe
either.
thousands of years hasn't touched in thousands of years. So you feel really cool whenever you find. By the way, I've only found one. I've spent hours and hours and hours. Simone has found dozens. So she has an eye for it.
Guy, I was going to say, got a knack
But,
for finding them.
Met this new guy up in Trenton, Missouri, this farmer, and he's all about that. He's into buck hunting too, but he said, "Man, I'll pick finding a cool artifact over shooting a giant buck any day." So that's how into it he is.
Well, yeah, what's
and-
more rare? I mean, one could probably
All
argue.
right, enough hanging out with that guy.
Well,
Ted's like, what a loser.
he's a farmer too, so obviously deer aren't his favorite. No,
Right,
he's
right.
he's shot some big bucks too, but cool guy. Share a lot in common with him. Just getting to know him. He's up in the northern Missouri area, and
Trenton?
he said that, buddy, you go in just about any ditch, there's arrowheads. I mean, the amount of arrowheads.
Because it's just untouched area. Like there's people having...
No, because of where the ice age. He goes, you can also find mammoth teeth,
Oh, that would be cool.
woolly
Where the
mammoth.
glacier stopped, kind of.
Yep.
Sure.
Wow.
Because if you were around 10,000 years ago,
Right.
you wouldn't want to live north of Missouri.
Sure.
It would be like living
you're
on
gonna die. Yep.
Antarctica, right? So the deposits stop right around northern Missouri, but I'm sure they go all the way down to Texas,
Yep.
whatever. It just so happens that it's a high concentration right on that Bible Belt, Mason-Dixon, whatever you want to call it. So he's just like, you just got to look enough and you'll find them. But he's found old hatchets. He's found like made with stone, museum quality stuff, mammoth teeth, and tons of arrowheads.
It's got to be a little bit
You saw his
nerve-wracking
collection?
for like a farmer like that, knowing
No,
that
I
you're in
didn't
that
see the
area
collection.
and knowing that you're turning up that stuff and then driving over it all the time, right? It's got to be
Right.
a little bit, like every time he's driving around the field, he feels like he's probably unearthing it,
Unearthing it,
but
yeah.
then can't go back and look for it or whatever. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, well, it's buried and buried and
Because
buried.
they all say, yeah, that's how many of are down there. Your other neighbor down there, he said the same thing. Just walk that ditch. They're in there all the time.
I walk like 14 ditches. I didn't,
You got one. You got one to your name.
not there. Not, yeah,
How
but
excited
still.
were you when you found it?
Oh,
You gotta
man. I was all by
Do it
myself.
when,
dude.
when
Oh,
it's
you were?
dry, after the water level goes down, you got to walk it.
Yeah, well,
Oh, couldn't see him under the
little
water.
I think the problem is, so if you look at some of these, right, the problem is
Look at that one in that guy's hand.
everybody's looking
Middle left.
for. So you would think, oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh, that's huge.
So you
I
think
didn't know
that's
that's what they look like. I see them all the time.
so if you think that's an arrowhead spear, that is not an arrowhead.
You're killing woolly mammoth with that.
That
thing.
is a tool on the end of something. Most of those, that is like the one Simone found right there.
Yep.
The serrated edge, those are tools. I mean, you would not put that on the end of an arrow. It wouldn't fly very far or fast. You see what I mean? Way too heavy.
So the end of arrow ones are like super
They're
thin.
small, dude.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah,
bird
like that
points.
one's pretty big right there.
Yeah.
Second one from
so
the left.
and most of them that you find aren't intact like these. You know, they're missing the point or they're missing something. But you can always tell when they do that whatever the name is called, where you flake off the very edge to make it a sharp edge.
Yeah.
Process that it's called.
Don't look at me. I don't know what that is.
Rock whittling.
Shaving.
Napping, nipping,
Whittling, yeah.
nicking.
Knocking off the edge of the rock.
Sure, it's
make an arrow.
It's
Knocking
super
that
cool.
off.
Dude. It is very, very cool.
We should make one.
Like actually make there's people that do it all the time. And,
Is
like,
there
make
a
their own
particular
arrows.
type of rock that's better to do that with?
Yeah, absolutely. Obsidian is one of them. Black
So that's a project for Simone, and she needs to get us some rock that we can make it out of.
A lot of
and
them are
and
tan
the
or
rock
like
that
dark
we use
gray.
to make it with.
Yeah,
right?
and guys will put like they'll put the
Let's have a little
rock
seminar.
in a cloth and hold it in their hand, and then they take another harder rock and they push, boom, and then snap the edge, so that you
Damn it! I broke it. Start over again.
start over.
So you
Dang it.
can't use like a DeWalt
No.
sander. Oh, okay.
Well, you
we're going.
can.
We're going
I'm
traditional.
done already. How's yours so smooth?
You can, but I don't know.
That'd be the 2026 version of it.
Yeah.
Cisco starts planting them to see if people find them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I throw them all over the Ozarks
They
property.
think they're old. Yeah, they're not even old. These are pretty cool looking ones. I don't know. To
We
me,
could
when I
airdrop
see it,
one
I
with
always
the drone,
associate it
and then
with like
everybody's gotta go look for
a
it.
spear, something that they would use on a spear.
Yeah, most of those big ones are spear tips or tool tips, right?
Look at that.
There's
Yeah, like that
huge.
one doesn't look like it has a whatever the grooves on the end to tie it.
They don't, so it'll go inside of a stick. They'll put it in the wedge of a stick.
Sure.
Then it stops.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
they
got it.
Wrap
And then
it
wrap
around.
a stick.
Yep. So, very, very neat,
Yeah.
fun times. Yeah, Ozarks is great.
Yeah, burning stuff, morel mushrooms,
Did
red.
you guys,
what do
by
you call them,
chance,
reds?
when you were down there, Chris, go walking up because the water was still down, right? I mean, the
Yeah.
river was still way down. Did you get by chance go?
We didn't go down to the dock once.
That's the only thing I had thought
Yeah.
of doing down there that I haven't got to do is
When the water's down?
walk
just to
them
go look.
shorelines. When
Yeah, that was a good point.
Yeah, because that's a chance you can actually get all the way down and around, right? Because
Yeah,
the
I would-
water's up to the bank or
I
whatever.
would think that that's where you're going to find a good amount of them. You know, it's just you just got to be right time at the right place, right? Because it's always renewing. It's always renewing. Everything's just flushing down.
I was even thinking of mushrooms, on that.
That would have been a great idea.
That
Yeah.
thick edge there or something,
Didn't even think of it.
or lower units that are washed up.
It's gas cans.
It was
I
cool
got 4 lure
walking
units.
around Forbes a little bit. That was the first time walking down some of the roads out there.
Yeah, so we have some property,
property
now.
owner there now,
This
right?
development is so dumb. I just honestly, I don't know what they were
It's
thinking.
massive.
But it is massive.
It's what, a couple thousand acres?
You went walking on it or
Yeah,
driving?
one
on it?
part of
couple
it.
of the roads. We just walked looking for mushrooms and hanging out. Yeah.
Did you run into
Did you find any
other
on there?
No.
any
nothing.
other people? Any other bodies walking around there? No.
I was like, I bet you
No one
didn't
checked your
see anybody.
badge?
No one alive.
Yeah, yeah. They're all undead.
Yeah, cool. That's a lot of ground there to cover.
Yeah.
I don't know why they put. I mean, they thought it was going to blow up. They thought, Forbes. It's just crazy. They put a development in the middle of nowhere, hard to get to. There's no stores close, and they thought all these people would eventually flock to it. It's like, and they convinced people to invest in these properties. If you talk to some of these people, right? Because I've talked to several of the landowners now.
Can you just like describe a little bit about what the setup is? Like the conglomerate of land and the
Yeah, a resort style development where they have sold hundreds and hundreds. There's 3,500 lots.
That's a
and
lot
they
of
all
lots.
average, I'd say an average would probably be about 2 acres.
Okay.
Acre and a half to 2 acres. With roads, gravel roads, and electricity going through all of it. And out of those 3,500 lots, there's 78 of them that are built on.
Wow.
That have a house built on them.
It's a
There's that
low
many of them. That's
conversion
more than I
rate.
thought. Yeah.
And this is a
It's gated.
gated, and this is Forbes, like the Forbes magazine.
Yep.
Right. So they did this. You know, I don't know who all bought or who all they gave some to. I don't know if there was some shareholders or employees of the company that they gifted some to. Most of the people that own a lot in the Forbes developments on Lake of the Ozarks don't even know what they have and have never been to what they have. And some of them overpaid quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah. So some of them have paid, let's just say, for example, 20 grand for an acre and a half. And some of them have paid 1,000 for 5 acres.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Now, to be
How much
fair,
money you got?
to be fair, we've all went out and bought timeshares in Mexico, right? That we don't use, right?
No,
we
but
can
I
agree to
know
that.
of people that have.
I feel like this has come up before. You've gotten good use out of it, though, right? You defended this last time we talked about this, right?
I just thought it was
I have a
similar,
strong
you know.
suspicion you have a timeshare somewhere in Mexico.
We do.
How many
use
weeks
it.
you got open? I might grab one of those from you.
We have 100% got our money out of it, so it's just one of those things.
We got listen.
You buy,
this
right?
is perfect because
I got a feeling not all these people feel like they got their money out of it based on what I've seen over there where I'm like,
No.
this is a ghost town.
this is perfect because we got to wrap up. We're getting to the look at that spam call. I should literally answer this
Uh-huh,
right on
just to
right
see.
on.
Yeah,
No,
I'll take
no,
it.
not this one. This maybe if it was like the fake spam call where they're tricking me, but I should have flipped my phone over. You flip it over, Google Pixel, and it.
Does
Like,
it?
yeah, it's like silent
there you
mode
go.
if you flip it over.
Fancy.
But you can't forget that you have it flipped over.
My phone's like 4 years old, so I don't
It's
think
okay.
mine does
You've done a
that.
good job keeping it. Okay, we got to get ready to wrap up. But what I'd like you to do
Yeah.
is to close us out with the story of
Your timeshare.
the negotiation. So they're in the table. We got to set the stage here. They're at a resort, and
I've
of
been through
course,
one.
it's the time where you have to make a decision. They want do the whole dog and pony show.
Oh yeah, we're
And give you a bunch of free shit if you listen to their spiel.
Yep.
Go ahead, take it away.
for sure. We all knew that. We've been through it, denied it before, but this day we actually wanted to see a condo. So we're like, well, let's do it. Let's make a day out of it. Started in the morning. We had the right guy. We had breakfast. We had beers. We had lunch. We had more beers. We had whiskey. We had walks on the beach. We got all the promised stuff.
Smart.
And then we go to the negotiating table, and this guy is earning his keep, right? Even though he's probably overpaid to begin with, but everything's done. Oh no, I'll take that back. So we're ready to sit at the negotiating table, and it's like, all right, come on in here. We're barefoot, or I'm barefoot, no shirt.
We're barefoot. Correction.
Half in the bag.
Correction me.
Oh yeah, we're a little oiled by now. And he's like, can you get some shoes on and a shirt? Absolutely. I'll go to the room right now. I ain't coming back. Oh, you're fine.
This is our
You're
out.
fine. Come on in. So we sit down at the table, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of stuff happened, but then
You can just picture
Oh,
it.
I can, yeah. Yeah, no problem. We'll get out of here.
the very last
Thanks for lunch.
The very last thing was I'm the last one ready to sign, and I thought I'd never forget the guy's name, but he was an Italian guy, and he had a very well dressed, and he had a nice white leather belt that matches white shoes. And I was just like, I just can't do it. I put the pen down. I can't do it. And he said, everybody else had signed. He's like,
He's being a jerk on purpose,
You can't do
like-
it. I'm gonna blow my deal up.
you throw that belt in.
Why
Done,
did I have a feeling you were gonna ask him for the damn belt?
done deal. And I'm like, I can't wear it, but Benny can. I was a little big for it. Benny was ripped at the time, like you know, and he could wear it. So I was like, yeah. Guy, man. Knocked his mic over.
Now you got to hold it.
He literally just took his belt off.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
And with that, he took his belt off, gave it to us. We signed the deal, and we have a condo in Cabo.
Where's the belt now?
Good question, Nick.
You should wear it to the just like yeah.
No, actually, he met us down at the pub later in the night with champagne and some goodies, and we gave it back to him.
Oh, you did. Nice.
You're a good sport. That's awesome. You know,
I'm glad
it's like
I
it's
had
one
fun
thing to
day.
mess with somebody, but it's another
You
thing
should
to
have
like
wore it to the pub. Yeah.
make them feel demoralized.
I'd give
you
it
know what I
back,
mean?
but these pants are 2 sizes too big, so I can't.
He had a great day. It was a great sale, probably his funnest sale of the year.
I
you
bet.
know,
I
and
bet.
we had a great time, and we bought it. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So,
on
very
that-
cool.
Great
On that
story.
note-
On that note, let's wrap up.
gotta fix my microphone.
We'll see you on episode 9. Thank you.
Good night.
Peace.
Peace.
Okay, you gentlemen pretty much killed it.
We get it done